Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you guys how to knit the bubble stitch or the tag stitch using one color. Okay, so I'm going to cast on 20 by 20, and by 20 by 20 I mean we have 0 here, and then from 0 I'm going to pull out 20 needles on this side. You see where 20 is here, yeah, and then we have our 0 and then 20 needles on this side as well. I have 20 here, and then I'm going to bring out 1 by 1 needles first. Let me add a few more. Okay, I've made 26 by 26 needles, so I already have my knot. Let me fix it all, and then we cast on. This is how you cast on with the E-wrap method. So we are going to start off with knitting a few plain rows, and then we'll start on our design. I'm going to use tension 5. This is our tension dial, so I'm setting it to 5. I'm using tension 5. Okay. Our row counter should be at 0 when you're starting. Okay, have moved one row. If you have a comb, you attach your comb here and then you just keep knitting, but I'm not using a comb, so this is what I do. I pull out the needles just like twice, and then I'll just knit. But let me pull out all needles because we are going to knit with all our needles. Okay, so all my needles are knitting. Check your picture that all the needles are knitting. I'm going to knit just 15 rows, 15 plain rows, and then start off with our design. Okay, so I've knit 15 plain, sorry, I made 16, yeah, I've knit 16 plain rows. Okay, so we are going to use a 5 by 1 pattern. So by 5 by 1 I mean I'm going to count 5 needles and then pull out 1. I count 5, pull out 1, count 5, pull out 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I push the next needle forward. Okay, then I count again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the next forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the next forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the next forward. 2, 4, 5. Push the next forward. 2, 4, 5. Push the next forward. 2, 4, 5. Push the next forward. Yes, and I have 5 needles left. Now we are going to use the holding position. Okay, so this is the button that puts our work in holding position. You see it's at 1. It's at 1, and when I move it to this side to 2, then that is the holding position. I've set my carriage to knit on holding position, and that means that these needles that I've pulled out will not be knitting when I do that. Okay, so I'm going to knit 4 rows with my machine in holding position. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to be knitting 4 and 2 rows, 4 and 2 rows. Now for the 2 rows I'm going to put my machine back to non-holding position, and that is moving this button from 2 to 1. Okay, and when I do that and knit my 2 rows, first of all, when I knit the first row, now it's going to knit all those needles. Okay, so that's 1. You see all needles are back to working position, and then 2. Okay, after knitting 2 I put it back in holding position. So remember the first time let me attach my weights. I'm attaching the weights. So the first time I counted 5 and then pulled out 1 needle. Now I'm going to be pulling out the needle in between the 5 needles that I pulled out the first time. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, those 5 needles, I'm going to pull out the one in between, which is the third needle here now. Okay, it's the one I'm pushing out, and now I can just count 5 and pull out the rest of the needles. So 2, 4, 5, and I pull out. Okay, 2, 4, 5, I pull out the next. 2, 4, 5, 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 pull out the next. 2, 4. Okay, I'll leave the rest. Okay, so you see that, guys. Now we need our 4 rows in holding position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we put our button back to non-holding and knit 2 rows. So 1 and 2. Now we go back to the first thing that we did, which was counting 5 from the start and pulling out the next. So 2, 4, 5, pull out the next. 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 2, 4, 5. Oh god. Okay, so we need our 4 rows in holding position. So this has to be in holding, and we need our 4 rows. Then we put it back in non-holding for the 2 rows. Then back in holding for the 4 rows, but we first select our needles again. I'm sure you're already seeing the pattern forming. See? So for this other time, now we first select the first needle, the middle needle for the first 5. Okay, so we select the middle needle for the first 5 when starting, then the next row we select after 5, then the next we select the middle needle of the 5, like that. We keep interchanging like that, and as you go on, you might realize that you don't have to count anymore. You can just look down and follow where this design is below, you know, and pull out the needle. Now I don't even have to count. I can just follow this because now the design has, you know, surfaced, and I'm able to see and pull out. But I think this is possible when you're really used to the design. If you're not yet used to it, you must find yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making mistakes here. So I'm knitting 4 in holding position. Remove holding position, knit 2 rows. Knit 2 rows, and then back to holding position, and then we select the needles. I put it back in holding position first because I don't want to forget. It's easy to forget after selecting those needles, and then you just move the machine without putting it back first into holding position. So to avoid that mistake, I put it in holding position first before I select the needles. Now we are counting 5 and pulling out the next, which I can see here. That's it. So the button is already in holding position. I need 4. Remove holding position, knit 2. Oh, so guys, basically that's it. That's how you knit the bubble pattern. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. This channel is all about machine knitting tutorials. There's a lot more coming up. I'm planning on making videos on how to make shorts, how to make skirts, and those are all things you don't want to miss out, so please subscribe. Okay. But these bubbles are usually more visible as well on the back side, yeah, so you can choose which side to, you know, use as your front side or your back side. You can choose any of that too, but this is beautiful as well. But even this side, when you're done with all your work, you can see those bubbles. Yeah, you see the bubbles, guys. Yeah, okay guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.